In 2016, a nurse in Tulsa, Oklahoma reported seeing a child walking barefoot in the hospital hallway. She approached him, thinking he was lost, but as she got closer, he ran straight into a wall and vanished. Security checked the cameras. No sign of the child. But 5 minutes before the sighting, a trauma patient coded in room 203. A young boy, 7 years old, same description. Welcome to the night shift, where silence hides things, and some shadows never leave. Story number 1. The Last Delivery, Pizza Driver, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. A late October night, 9:52 p.m. Jonah was on his last pizza delivery. A cash order placed from an old residential road outside the city. He almost canceled it. The address didn't show up on GPS, but the guy called twice, insisting it was real. Jonah found the road eventually. More like a gravel path, overgrown and barely drivable. He followed it for half a mile. Then the house appeared. 2 stories. Dilapidated porch. No lights. He parked and double-checked the receipt. Yep, that's the one. He walked to the door. Knocked. Nothing. He knocked again. Then the porch light flickered on. Click. He looked up. No bulb. That's when he heard footsteps upstairs. The door creaked open, slowly. But no one was there. He called out, "Hey, it's Jonah from Bruno's Pizza. Large pepperoni?" Silence. He stepped back. Then a voice whispered from inside, "Come in." Jonah froze. He wasn't going in. He set the box down on the steps and turned around. As he walked back to his car, he heard a creaking sound. The stairs behind him. He looked back. The pizza box was gone. He sprinted to his car, heart racing. Just as he started the engine, his phone buzzed. "Thanks for the delivery. Come back soon." No caller ID. No message history. He looked up. The house was completely dark again. No porch. Just woods. He swears the house was gone. Vanished. Only grass and trees. Like it never existed. Jonah quit the next day. Story number 2. 3:17 a.m. in room 6, ER Technician, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Working overnight in the emergency room meant you saw everything. But nothing prepared Dan for what happened in room 6. It started small. Lights in that room flickered more than any other. Monitors glitched. Patients always complained of feeling cold in there. One night, 3:17 a.m., a trauma patient came in. Motorcycle accident. Massive blood loss. The man didn't make it. They called time of death, cleared the room, and sanitized it. 30 minutes later, the motion sensor in room 6 lit up. The door creaked open on its own. No one had re-entered. No cleaning staff. No nurses. Dan checked the room himself. Empty. As he turned to leave, the heart monitor turned on. Beep, beep, beep. Clear, steady rhythm. He stepped back in. No one was connected. He pulled the plug from the wall. The monitor kept beeping. Then it flat-lined. Beep. He stood frozen. Then, the bathroom door in the room slammed shut. Dan rushed out and grabbed security. They reviewed the footage. Dan could be seen entering and leaving room 6. But no lights ever turned on. The door never opened. The cameras showed nothing. Like the room wasn't used at all. 3 days later, another trauma patient was brought into room 6. She kept screaming, "Don't let him in. He's still here." They moved her to another room. She calmed down instantly. That room was sealed off 2 weeks later. They said it was for electrical issues. But Dan knows better. Story number 3. The man in the drainage tunnel, city utility worker, Texas. Austin, Texas. City maintenance crews often pull overnight shifts to avoid traffic. Digging, pipe work, drainage checks. Luis had been with the department for over 8 years. He'd seen rats, coyotes, even alligators once. But never anything like this. That night, they were checking an old storm drain that ran under an abandoned industrial park. He and one partner, Jake, entered the tunnel around 1:40 a.m. Flashlights, hard hats, quiet except for dripping water and distant echoes. About 200 feet in, they heard what sounded like whispering. Luis stopped. "Did you hear that?" Jake nodded. They stood in silence. Then, a voice echoed down the tunnel. Low, raspy, barely human. "Who are you?" They called out. No answer. They turned to leave, but their flashlights died. At the same time, pitch black. They panicked, scrambled for backup lights. Jake turned his on. A faint beam lit the tunnel. That's when Luis saw it. A figure at the far end, crawling, but not on hands and knees. It was upside down, bent backward, limbs twisted. It moved with a jerking, unnatural rhythm. Luis shouted, "Run!" They bolted. Behind them, the scraping echoed louder. Closer. They reached daylight, collapsed outside the tunnel. When they looked back, nothing was there. But Luis swears. Just before they exited, he felt fingernails graze the back of his neck. City officials later blocked off the tunnel, claimed it was structurally unsafe. But other workers said that same voice had been heard years ago. Some even claimed someone disappeared inside in 1999. Nobody ever found. Some say the night shift is peaceful. Easy money, quiet hours. But those who've lived through nights like these know silence can lie. And the dark doesn't hide what's out there. It invites it in. Sleep well.